So I just wanted to make this video real quick for those of you that's doing this watermelon washout and just share with you what's helped me on my journey. It isn't an overnight thing, right? You get into the place where you are wasn't an overnight thing. So at the root of it all, you got to understand that we've been lied to our entire lives about what food is. We've been lied to about what's healthy, what's good for us, what we should eat. We've been lied to about needing protein from dead animal flesh and needing calcium from fucking cow's milk. We've been lied to our entire lives. We've been brainwashed. Our minds have been programmed to be the way we are. So what you basically have to do is reverse or undo what's been done. Just the way you've heard all your life that milk does the body good and about all the protein myths and all this different shit, you need to start hearing the truth. You've heard these lies over and over and over and over, and there's a law of faith that says that you will believe what you hear. That's the way it works. Whatever you hear repeatedly, you will believe, right? I mean, just think about how ridiculous it is to drink milk from a totally different species. Like, it's the dumbest shit ever. Like, there's nothing about that that makes sense. But we've heard it so much that we believe it, right? So, huge thing that's helped me was also like along those same lines of exposing the lies. What's helped me tremendously is just learning about what was in the shit I was eating. Simple as that. Every time I was in a grocery store and I was buying some shit, I'd flip it over and read the label, the ingredients label. Like, what's in this? And right there in the grocery store, I'm Googling ingredients that I can't pronounce. And I'm looking up potential side effects. And I'm buying shit that has chemicals in it that just from a simple, quick Google search, you discover is linked to shit like cancer and heart disease and fucking stroke and heart attack and fucking dementia, Alzheimer's, diabetes, ADHD, poor vision, etc., etc., etc. I did this with everything I bought, everything I would buy. I did it with everything I would buy. And stop leaving the shit alone. Right? So at the root of it all is just a strong desire to be as healthy as you can be. And if that's there, then you're not going to want to eat something that you've just read has chemicals in it that's linked to cancer or heart disease or whatever the fuck. Do that with everything you eat, because it's only the truth that can set us free. It's nothing else. And we are the way we are because we believe that the things that we've been told about what we eat is the truth. We believed that we need calcium from fucking cows. We believe that to be the truth. We believe that we need to eat dead, rotten animal flesh for protein. We believe these things to be the truth. And so we're not purposely fucking our health up. We're thinking that we're doing what we should be doing. So you have to reprogram your mind with the truth. There is no way around that. It's the truth. It's the only thing that has the power to set you free. right? Because right now you're suffering an addiction. And in the beginning of trying to make this transition, you got to deal with that. It ain't easy. Like, it don't just happen overnight. You don't go from eating one way for 10, 20, 30, 40, however many years, to just going all the way to the other extreme. And now you only eat fruit. There's going to be some, which I don't consider these setbacks or falls. To me, it's all part of the process. And it's not a process that I've avoided either. I believe today is day 23 of eating nothing but watermelon. 23 days consecutively. I actually have 26 days on watermelon and a day in between there of strawberries and blueberries. But the shit just don't happen. So like overnight, as a process, I didn't even know I was addicted, that I had an addiction. Right? Until I found myself, I bought some vegan chips. I'm gonna share this with y'all. I bought some vegan chips and some guacamole, and out of addiction, I bought like 3 bags. I ate 1.5. I threw the rest away because I didn't want to eat it in the first place, for real. I threw the other guacamole away. I ate a container. I threw the other guacamole away. A couple nights later, I was outside digging in the trash for those chips and that guacamole that had been in the hot sun for like a day and a half. I pulled that shit out, took it in the house, and ate it. Right? I had a problem. I've been on fruits for probably like a couple years. I've done a year on fruit, approximately. I usually never keep track of this stuff, but I've been on this journey for a little while. I'm not a vet, but I'm not like super new either. So I've done about a year on just nothing but fruit. And then I started falling back into the vegan stuff. And most of it, I'd say all of it, was emotional. It was emotional, but it was the addiction that was triggering my emotions. I would get mad. I would get depressed. I was going through withdrawals, just like a fucking drug addict. I've had some battles, just trying not to go back to whatever pizza place and get a pizza, like with real cheese on it. I've had some battles, and you go through that because you're not addicted to food. This bullshit that they're feeding us, it's not food. This shit was invented. It was created. This shit has patents on it. This shit was made in a laboratory. None of this shit is food. And they create the shit to be addictive because they want to sell. At the root of it all is money, right? They want to sell their products. So you got to want their product in order for them to sell their product. So they put chemicals in the shit to make it addictive. And you keep buying it. That's how it goes. So that's what you're fighting. That's what you're battling against. It's a literal drug addiction. So, and your only weapon is the truth, right? So if you're committed to this, learn, like when you start having cravings, when you want some of the unnatural shit, just read the label. Read the label, see what's in it, start Googling shit. And you see all the fucking diseases that the shit that you want to eat is linked to. And the more you do that, you'll just start leaving shit alone. It'll be effortless. It will be like, again, the only reason you eat the way you eat is because you don't realize how bad for you it is. They don't tell you these things. They tell you the shit is good for you. They don't tell you all the diseases that these chemicals that they add to the shit is linked to. So that's it. And, you know, lastly, I'll say don't judge yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. If you fall back into that, it's part of the process. Babies don't just start off running, right? They start off falling. They're not even able to stand up in the beginning. They can't even stand up on their own. But eventually, through falling, they learn how to stand up with help. Then they learn how to stand up by themselves. And then they learn how to take steps. And then in time, they're running. But there was a lot of falling that had to happen before they were able to walk and run. It's part of the process. Don't judge yourself. Don't condemn yourself. Don't even feel bad about the shit. And if you should happen to feel bad about it, let that feeling inspire you to do better. Just let it be fuel to push you to do better. And that's all I got. I hope, you know, that helps somebody.